What's going on, everybody? Jonathan Rahena here. Welcome back to the Passion Play YouTube channel. You guys, today was supposed to be a very exciting video. I was going to be unveiling my new pickup to you guys, a 1997 Mazda Miata that I just picked up from Sebring, Florida. Drove a little over 2 hours out here for it, and unfortunately, about 10 minutes ago, all the gears in my truck just went out, and my truck no longer has any gears. It's no longer shifting into gear, and we're stuck. So right now I'm currently waiting on a tow truck to come pick my truck up, waiting for my sister-in-law to bring her SUV to come tow the new Miata back to my shop and then get this trailer back to U-Haul. It's been kind of a mess of a day. I'm really disappointed. I'm trying to keep my hopes up just because, like, it's a very good pickup. I'm really excited about this pickup, but other than that though, my bread and butter daily driver just ate shit, and I'm really bummed, guys. I'm really bummed. So anyway, guys, like I said, I gotta get this trailer, or got the Trailblazer put on a trailer, and we're gonna get that towed back to the shop and get this Miata towed back to the shop, and then we'll be home. So I'll catch up with you guys then.
Alrighty guys, it's a new day. We're back at the shop, and before we get started with talking about the Miata, let me catch you guys up to speed on what happened the other day when we actually picked this thing up. So about a week and a half ago, I picked up this 1997 Mazda Miata from Sebring, Florida. I drove about 2 hours for it. Now, an hour into our 2-hour ride back home, my Trailblazer lost all gears. I tried shifting to third, tried shifting to second, tried shifting to first, even reverse, and there was nothing at all. It was just dead transmission. Me and my friend, we just kind of just put our thoughts together, and we think that the pump just totally just went out. It's not really surprising. It's a Trailblazer that has a 4L60E in it, and that 4L60E is, I'm pretty sure, the original one in my truck. I bought it with 164K on it, and it now has 253,000 miles on it. So if it is the original 4L60E, that thing was a freaking trooper, and at least we got a project car out of it at the end of the day. So without further ado, let's finally talk about this thing. So this right here is my 1997 Mazda Miata base. Now, this isn't like an M edition or anything special, but it does have some pretty nice amenities to it, like power windows, power locks, window defrost, all those things. So it's pretty cool. For you guys that don't know, I actually already do have a 1990 Mazda Miata. It's white, it's turboed. I built it from the ground up, and I actually have like no footage on this channel that documents anything of it besides doing the hydro brake install, which was actually my first video on this channel. So we're finally going to be getting some Miata content on this channel. Now, I know a lot of you guys are here because I do have SV650 content, but for those of you who don't know, the SV650 is pretty much the Miata motorcycles. But anyway, guys, we're getting off track here. Let's talk more about this Miata. So let's talk about the exterior first. So exterior wise, this thing is a gem. It has a couple of small dings, like dime-sized dings, and a couple of very, very, very small rust spots on it, but nothing that would ruin the structural integrity of the car or would require any chopping and replacing. It's a beautiful car, you know. Couple of little outward dings, and like I said, just dime-sized dings throughout that you can find, but no major damage. This is probably the biggest dent on it. It's like the size of a golf ball, but other than that dent right there and a couple scrapes on this front bumper, these are probably the two only panels on this car that I'm actually going to go ahead and just swap out entirely, and then everything else in between we'll go ahead and we'll just do like touch-up paint. Now, under the hood of this car, we got a problem here. First off, no cylinder head. The cylinder head's in the back of my truck, which is at home, and I tried turning this motor over by hand, and she did not want to turn. So I'm not too sure what we're going to do, if we're going to do an engine rebuild or just throw a new 1.8 in there with good compression. I do have the guys over at Redline Auto Parts looking for me right now for a new motor. So once they do get one available, they'll let me know, and then hopefully we can get that just tossed in here rather than having to rebuild this, because I am not an engine builder. Second thing about this engine bay is that obviously the previous owner, at one point when they had the engine out, they went ahead and took the liberty to repaint the entire thing silver. Honestly, I'm not really a big fan of that. My 1990 Miata, it does have a black painted engine bay. I did that myself. That is a car that I at one point intended to have it as just a drift car and didn't really care about the looks like that. But this car is a car that I do want to be really, really clean at all times. So we're going to be taking everything out of this engine bay. We're going to repaint the engine bay brilliant black like the factory color, and then we're going to also clean up that subframe. If it doesn't clean up very well, we're going to go ahead and repaint that as well, and then we'll get everything thrown back in, and this thing will be a beaut. last thing on the exterior of the car before we jump into the interior is the soft top. I think I mentioned it already. It is a glass window with a defroster, and it's mint. There's no rips, no tears, no nothing, and that's very uncommon. I actually have a replaced soft top on my Miata that I've replaced within the past 7 years that I've owned it, and it already has a big rip in the rear plastic window. So this right here, definitely a plus. I don't know if I'll ever get a hard dog roll bar for this car, like my personal car. If I ever do, I'll probably have to get rid of this and go to a soft top or a soft plastic window, but you know, we'll visit that when the time comes. But anyway, let's get these soft tops, let's get the soft top pulled back and you guys can get a look at this interior. Now guys, these are the smoothest latches I have ever dealt with. And guys, look at this interior. It's mint. Not a single crack in this dashboard. Passenger seat, absolutely mint. Carpets are beautiful. Rear carpet's beautiful. It still has the tie bar, which they used as a harness bar. And guys, you shouldn't do that, but you know, whatever. If it works, it works. Now guys, the plans for this thing, like I said, this is going to be an OEM plus car. I just want to enjoy this Miata for what it is. I already have a heavily modified Miata. I don't want another one. So all of this stuff that you see in here, this fake ass Sparco seat, this to knock off steering wheel, and this fake bride shift knob, all of that's coming out of the car, as well as this eBay exhaust system. And we're just going to be reverting all of this back to OEM plus. Now the steering wheel, I'm not really a big fan of the OEM Miata steering wheel. I'm looking for an FC Turbo 2 3-spoke steering wheel. So if anyone has one of those and is interested in letting it go, please hit me up, because I would definitely like to take that off your hands. But other than that though, I mean, look at this interior. It's a gem. Look at this, watch, look, no movement. So you guys are probably cringing right now, like, don't blow it up. But yeah, you guys already know. Cluster covers from the 1990 through 1997 Miatas, they don't make it. They always just explode. This one is still intact. It does have a small crack on the cluster gauge right there. But other than that though, the actual cluster cover, the little, I forget what these are called, but it's actually intact. This never happened. So I'm really excited. I'm super nerding out about this car. It has amenities and it has power windows. It has freaking power windows, power antenna. What else? I know this is really stupid to get excited about, but my Miata, it's a 1990. This one's a 97. Mine doesn't actually have a trunk latch release. This one does, so that's pretty exciting. I don't know, just little things like that get me super excited about this car. I'm really happy to have another Miata in the fleet, to be honest with you, because I've missed driving mine. I really don't drive it as much as I should, and it's because I overly modified it. I really just got to the point where I modified it too much, and now it's not enjoyable to drive every day. So hopefully this car will take the place of that. I'm not going to be getting rid of my car. Hopefully we'll be getting some more content from that car on this channel soon, but this car right here will be completely saved. Just we're not gonna let this car go to waste. This car right here, it has, hold on real quick. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but check this out. If you guys know, there is not a single rolled fender or quarter on this car. On my personal car, my rear quarter panel is actually cracked right here, and it's starting to rust within because the rear owner of it did like a phone book roll on it, and it was just so ghetto. But this car right here, we're never gonna roll these quarters. We're never gonna roll these fenders. This car is gonna try to stay stock for the rest of its life, and it looks like we got to it in a good time, you know? The previous owner of it, he was a very cool guy. I don't know if he's the one that did these mods to it, but these are not mods that are something that I approve of. I have a Sparco Sprint seat in my personal Miata. This right here is a Farco. This has I don't know how you could tell how thin this material is, but this is a fake Sparco seat, and anytime you guys have fake parts in your car like this, you're literally just asking to look at this steering wheel. Oh my God. Yeah, all of this stuff is coming out. All of it's coming out. But anyway, guys, that's it. Just a little overview of the new 1997 Mazda Miata that's going to be coming to the channel. You guys are going to be seeing a lot more content like this, as well as more SV650 content, as well as CRF 250R content, which we'll talk about that at a later time. Guys, I just have too many projects on my hands, and whew, it's gonna be an exciting year. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We are just about to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I am super excited about that. Now guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.